it's just the door closing. But obviously, we're reading the Berenstain Bears in the dark. So thank you for hopping on, listening. My leg, I'm wearing shorts currently. They're like, and right here, like right before. So don't worry. And I should take off. We got this at a bookstore. So, Berenstain Bears by Stan Jan Berenstain. And yeah, so here's the picture. Follow along. We have ponchos because we went under Niagara Falls. Well, Bridal Veil Falls today, so that was super cool. Anyway, Berenstain Bears in the dark. Follow along if you have a copy. Otherwise, just listen to my so sweet voice. Just kidding. Anyway, being afraid of the dark doesn't just happen to you. It happens sometimes to little bears too. Berenstain Bears in the dark. Brother Bear. I don't want that voice for her. Brother Bear, Sister said impatiently, are you going to take all day to pick your books? That's not how I imagine her talking, but that's what came out of my mouth, so. Sister and Brother Bear were at the Bear Country Library. Sister had already chosen her books and was waiting at the checkout desk. Hold your horses, Brother said. I'm looking for a good mystery. Sister Bear usually took out storybooks and books about nature, sometimes books about poems. Brother liked those, too. But lately he had become interested in mysteries, especially spooky ones. Hey, this one looks good, he said finally. Okay, let's check out. Sister said, looking at the cover. It was called The Case of the Crying Cave. It looks scary to me. I should probably be showing you guys the pictures. Maybe I should actually no, I would do this, but I need it to see my mouth. Okay, so that it picks me up. I think I can do this. Say, this is really good, said Brother later that evening when the Bear family had settled down for some reading. Would you like me to read it to you? He asked Sister. Sister was looking at the storybook about 3 kittens who were arguing about which was the prettiest, and it was a little boring. Are you scared? teased Brother. Of course not, said Sister. She left her book on the floor and climbed onto the bench to sit beside him. The mystery began quietly. It told about some Bear Scouts who were on an overnight camp out. Oh, it's funny because I literally just watched that camp. Like, they have let's just listen to this. Anyway. A mystery cave, said the Bear Scouts. We should explore it. But before the Scouts could go into the cave, a wailing sound came from the cave. It was a strange sound, and it frightened the Scouts. Help! They cried. When the Scouts discovered a dark secret cave, Brother's mystery began to get excited. And when the cave began to cry and wail, it was anything but quiet. Cried the deep, dark mysterious cave, my brother with a lot of expression. Stop, said Sister, putting her fingers to her ears. That's enough. And she went back to her storybook. Scaredy bear, teased Brother. And that's quite enough of that, added Papa Bear, looking at her paper. At the cubs' bedtime, Papa and Mama said goodnight, turned off the light, and left the cubs in the usual sleepy darkness. Outside the treehouse, the bright, busy sounds of day had given way to the soft, soothing sounds of night, the quiet conversations of frogs and toads, the soft cry of the owl, and the sigh of the night wind. And if you listened very hard, you could almost hear the softest sound of all, the sound of lightning bugs switching their lights on and off. But inside the treehouse, Sister Bear wasn't even beginning to fall asleep. That night, the dark didn't seem the least bit quiet and sleepy. In fact, seems like the spooky darkness of a scary cave. And the friendly old chest of drawers and funny clothes tree that Papa had made didn't seem so friendly and funny. They seemed more like cave creatures. So when Brother decided to tease her a little more by making a wailing noise, a really spooky wailing noise, it gave her quite a scare. Mama! Papa! She cried. Hurry! Come quick! And come quickly they did. Papa rushed into the dark room and tripped over the clothes tree. Mama rushed in after Papa and tripped over him. In the commotion, Sister fell out of bed and landed on both of them. What? Then Brother, who had started it all with a spooky wail, turned on the light. What a mess! Sister, still scared, was holding on to Papa. Papa was holding on to the toe he had stepped, and Mama was looking for the nightcap she had lost in all the confusion. All three of them were pretty annoyed with Brother Bear. If I stubbed my toe, I'd be annoyed. Or fell out of bed. I don't know if I'd be worried about my nightcap. Let's see where it ended up. It turned out to be a very long night in the bear's treehouse. Papa and Mama tried to explain that there was nothing to be afraid of in the dark, except maybe running into the clothes tree and stubbing your toe. But it didn't do any good. Sister absolutely refused to go to sleep with the light off, and Brother positively insisted that he couldn't fall asleep with the light on. Well, he shouldn't have scared her more. But it was her choice to listen to the book, so choices can have consequences. The next morning, the Bear family was very sleepy-eyed. Boy, said Brother yawning, I sure don't want to go through another night like that. Neither do I, said Papa. And I think I have an idea that might help. He took Sister's hand. Come with me, he said. Where are we going? She wanted to know. Up to the attic. The attic? But it's dark in the attic, even in daytime. I know, said Papa. But there's something I want to show you. Anyway, there's nothing so special about the dark. It's just part of nature, like the light. It's your imagination that makes the dark seem spooky. Sometimes. What's imagination? Asked Sister. I always liked the food and imagination is what makes us think that chests of drawers and clothes trees are cave creatures. I wish I didn't have one, said Sister. Don't say that, said Papa. A lively imagination is one of the best things a cub can have. It's imagination that lets us paint pictures, make up poems, invent inventions. The trick is to take charge of your imagination and not let it take charge of you. That's good. When they got to the attic, Papa began to rummage through boxes, looking for something. I realize that I'm not as close as I usually am, but maybe that's better anyway. Sister tried to follow Papa's advice and not let her imagination take charge. And it worked. The spooky shape turned out to be the shadow of some old tools. I could take it. What really looked like a giant was really some piled up furniture. That does look kind of like a giant. Here it is, said Papa, my old nightlight, the one I used when I was a cub and had a little trouble falling asleep in the dark. Sister couldn't quite believe that her big, powerful Papa was ever afraid of the dark. Oh, sure, said Papa. Most of us are at one time or another. How about reading the rest of the case of the Crying Cave? Sister asked Brother later that day. Are you sure you want to? Sure. I want to see how it turns out, she insisted. The mystery is solved, shouted Bear Scout Ted, looking down from the hole in the top of the Crying Cave. The sounds are made by the wind. I don't understand, said Bear Scout Fred. I'll show you, said Bear Scout Ted. It's like blow across the top of a bottle. Reminded me of, okay, never mind. When it turned out that there was nothing very spooky about the terrible wailing noise, it was caused by the wind blowing across an opening in the roof of a cave, like the noise you make when you blow across the top of a bottle. Sister was a little disappointed. And that night, when she and Brother were all settled down in the cozy glow of Papa's old nightlight, she said, I was pretty disappointed about the way the case of the Crying Cave ended. Why? Said Brother. Because, she said, I was hoping the wailing would be a really spooky, scary monster. And she leaned down from her bunk over Brother's and made a spooky, scary monster face at him. Cut that out, cried Brother. Then Sister went to sleep, but Brother lay there awake for quite some time, listening to the owl's hoots and thinking that maybe he had enough mysteries for a while. Hey guys, that was good. I know I kind of make ghost sounds, but that's kind of the best way I could do it. But anyway, that was Berenstain Bears in the Dark by Stan and Jan Berenstain. Thank you for listening. And subscribe, like the video, join, and let's create a family here. And I was just going to say, I found a lot of times that any movie or book I've been scared of, I've pushed through because there's either a comical side of it or it's not as scary as it ends up being. But there are exceptions, so be careful what you watch and listen to. But I hope you guys had a great time. I have a great time reading, and yeah, it's really awesome being here for you guys. So subscribe, like the video, and join the family. See you guys for the next book. Bye!